The first 5 things I do every single morning. But before we get to that, please like the video before or after you've watched it, and certainly subscribe by using the subscribe button down in the bottom right hand corner. I really appreciate that. So yes, today's video, the 5 things that I do every single morning, and certainly now that I have the power of God within me. Be a short one today, so let's get straight to it. Number 1. So the first thing you do, anyone should do when they wake up, firstly, is not look at screens. So number 1 is do not look at your phones or your blue light or your fake light or your fake screens or your computer or anything that is unnatural, that God didn't create, that is fake light. Do not look at that right when you wake up. It's very important. Your eyes will thank you, your whole body will thank you, and more than likely you're going to actually get out of bed if you don't do that. You could fall back to sleep, you could reset the alarm, put it on snooze, but chances are if you don't suddenly reach for your phone, you might very well be tempted to get out of bed and start your morning. So but not really, that's not really the main part. The main benefit of not looking at the screens is, again, our eyes aren't really geared for that. We're supposed to wake up with natural light. So it's very important, certainly if you have a job and a career or a home business where you're staring at screens all day, you're sitting down most of the day for a start. That's another thing for another video perhaps, but you're going to spend a lot of your day looking at screens anyway. So you want to start your day off right. You want to start your day off by moving. So number 1, immediately do not look at your phone. So the first thing I do every morning is to not look at my phone for 1 hour. Number 2. Now, number two and number 5 actually are interchangeable depending on the time of year and depending on what time you get out of bed. But for the purpose of now and this time of year, which is the winter, number 2 is movement. Number 2 is movement. And by that, I mean what I do is tapping and rebounding. So one of the most beneficial things, you may have seen some people over the internet, social media, Instagram, who are talking about tapping and rebounding and how they get the what's called the chi, the life force, moving. And I've learned over the years that to start your day by getting the chi and the energy moving around your body is a great way. So I literally stand outside, weather permitting. We have a covered balcony, but I go outside and I just move. I rebound, I vibrate. And I bounce, and you can jump up and down. You can just tap. So you start with your upper body, you start with your lungs, your lung channels here. Just tap. You just move and move the energy around your body, and stand on your heels and bounce up and down. For the sake of this video and my phone quality, I'm not going to do that. But that's the second thing I do every single morning. I just move, I rebound. It's one of the best things for the human body, is to rebound and tap. Number 3, I will then come back in and I will boil some hot water. So number 3 is hot lemon water. Hot lemon water. Now, number 3, it's my preference every morning. I either start my day with water or this, but now every day I start my morning with this. The first thing that I consume, the very first thing that you should not consume when you wake up is coffee. It's highly dehydrating. I drink decaffeinated coffee, but coffee or decaf, either or, are highly dehydrating. Now, everybody likes to wake up and go straight to the kitchen, and they can't open their eyes and they can't start the day without coffee. It's terrible. Don't do that. So firstly, you're gonna mess up your digestive system. You're gonna dehydrate your body. You're gonna start off, even though you're thinking that you're gonna be getting energy from the coffee, it doesn't actually scientifically work like that. It's fake energy. I can't really explain it in too much detail, and that's not what this video is for. But it's tricking your body into giving you fake energy and essentially at the same time dehydrating you. So do not reach for coffee in the morning. This isn't a do not do video. This is a what I do video, but that's my advice. Now again, number 3, lemon water. So why I drink hot, warm lemon water, and I actually put lemon and ginger in there. I put fresh, beautifully fresh shaved ginger in there, locally grown organic ginger if you can find that. So I boil up some water in a pan, get some fresh ginger, shave that in there, and with the lemon, you want to actually peel the outer skin off. You want to peel back the outer skin and leave the white rind. That's where all the goodness and the micronutrients and flavonoids and polyphenols and all of the real goodness in the lemon can be. So lemon, half a lemon, peel off the skin, keep the white skin on there, or peel off the outer layer, leave the white skin on there, and then a little piece of ginger about this big. You can either shave it in there or plop it in there. Hot water, and then I actually also add Celtic sea salt as well. So I add some Celtic sea salt in there, and if I'm feeling like I'm going to treat myself, I'll put some nice raw honey in there as well to make it a bit sweeter, but still sugar. Some debate in the health world what's better, if all sugar is the same, or if raw honey is really a superfood, or is it just concentrated sugar that's going to be processed by the liver. That's not for this video either. But that's what I do, and it's the best way to kickstart your digestive system and to get things moving and to certainly warm yourself up when it's cold. So what I do is I boil the water, I put all of the things into a shaker or a blender, and blend it all up, take a strainer, put it over a coffee cup and pour it all in there over the strainer and drink the liquid. Now, one important thing to do is to drink that liquid with a straw. A sustainable, reusable straw would be best, and that's because the acidity in the lemon can actually damage your teeth and take the, strip the enamel off the teeth. There you go. So that's number 3. Number 4, while I'm drinking that, here's the most important one for the day. Read the Bible. So number 4, and that is a new thing that I've added to my life. Now, number 1, no phones for an hour, no screens for an hour. I've done that for a while. Number 2, the tapping and rebounding. I've done that for a while. Number 3, the lemon water with ginger and honey and Celtic sea salt. I've done that on and off for a while as well, but I do that every morning now. And number 4, this is a new one, most important, and that is to read the Bible. Number 4. Now, why I do this every morning, rather than looking at the screens, this is before I've looked at the screens again, before I've looked at the computer, looked at the screens or anything. I will take that nice number 3, the hot lemon water with the things in there, and I will sit there and I will enjoy reading at least 4 to 5 pages of the Bible. And for somebody like me who was an atheist and now saved, given the salvation by Christ, it's a beautiful love affair. It's a love affair with getting to know Jesus and taking that positivity into the day. And just, again, all of this is about starting your day off right and what you should do in the morning, and what I do in the morning. And I'm saying is potentially a good idea for you to do in the morning as well. But that is, I'm going through the Bible now from, as I've mentioned before in another video, I'm going through the Bible from the New Testament, from John all the way through to the end of the New Testament. Then I'll go back to the start of the Old Testament and I'll go through that way. Now, so that's what I'm doing. But my advice to you is, if you've read this many times, and you probably do this anyway, but if you haven't and you're new to this channel and you're new to Christ and you've just received salvation, or you're looking for it and you don't know where to start, again, read this every morning and get to know Jesus, get to know Yeshua, the Lord, and Yah, our God. Get to know him, him collectively, the Son and the Father, and you just pick certain. I suppose it wouldn't be very good advice to just, if you don't have a familiarity with the Bible, to go in there and just pick out random verses, because that might be a bit too full on, certainly for somebody like me who's new. So get a structure, decide how you're going to read the Bible, and make sure that you start your day by reading a few pages, maybe a chapter or even half of a gospel every morning. 20 minutes while you're having a nice hot drink. There you go, number 4. Now, number 5 is synonymous with number 1 and number 2, and I think they're all linked. Number 5 is natural light. Now, today is a beautiful blue sky. We don't get that often this time of year here where I am in British Columbia. It's a blue sky and the light is perfect, but it doesn't really matter. There will still be light even in a dark grey morning. So number 5 is go outside and get natural light. The first thing, and again, if it's the summer, you want to do that nice and early when the sun rises early, when it's nice and light out. In the winter, it gets lighter later, so you might have to start your morning and move some of those around. But these 5 things are what I do every single morning. Number 5 is natural light. Your eyes need it, your body needs it, your creation of vitamin D and synthesizing hormones and just waking your organs up and your eyesight and just getting that natural light in your eyes as soon as you can. So number 5, natural light. So those are the 5 things that I do every morning. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you made it all the way through to the end. I always finish my videos with a quick prayer. So thank you very much. Dear Lord, thank you for the wisdom to be able to share this with people who may be seeking the same wisdom and looking for answers in this confusing, crazy world that we live in. Thank you for blessing me with the light and the love and the guidance that I needed. And thank you for accepting me into your kingdom via your Son who died for my sins and all of our sins. And please continue to give me the strength and the knowledge to impart wisdom and light and love and knowledge and gifts in the Bible to anybody out there who wants to hear my journey and follow and is looking to improve their own journey. So in your name I pray, and in your Son's name I give thanks. Blessed Father and Son Yeshua. Amen.